Today we're embarking on an adventure like no other. Have you ever wondered how life was in the Middle Ages? Well, today we're taking a time travel tour, immersing ourselves in a 24-hour experience in the Middle Ages. So sit back, relax, and let's get medieval. Chapter 1. A Medieval Morning. Welcome to the crack of dawn in the Middle Ages, with nature as your alarm clock and the first rays of sunlight peeking through your thatched roof cottage. No time for snoozing here. It's survival of the earliest. Out of a straw-filled bed, don woolen tunic and leather boots. As the rooster crows, farmers are already tilling fields under dawn's soft glow, breath misty in the cool air. Our farmers' companions, cows, sheep, are up too, grazing, their moos and bays a wake-up call that can't be silenced. In the cottage, our good wife is by the hearth, stoking a fire for the day's first meal, the aroma of which is quintessentially medieval. So here we are, at the dawn of the Middle Ages. It's a challenging life, but there's much to discover. So let's dive into the heart of the medieval morning. Chapter 2. Bread and Beer, a Medieval Breakfast. As the daybreak bathes the medieval hamlet in gentle light, our friends, the villagers, rise to greet the day. Breakfast in the Middle Ages lacked the contemporary fanfare, yet there's something fascinatingly simple about it. Friends, if you were expecting a cappuccino and croissant, brace yourselves. Instead, we're starting the day with a staple that might raise modern eyebrows. Yes, it's beer. Before you gasp in horror, this isn't your regular happy hour brew. It's small beer, light on the alcohol, but heavy on vital nutrients. Plus, boiling during brewing kills any potentially harmful microorganisms, making this a breakfast beverage par excellence. Accompanying the beer, we have bread, maybe a bit stale, but treasured nonetheless, and occasionally some cheese. It's a simple meal, but it was the fuel of life in the Middle Ages, nourishing hard-working folks from dawn till dusk. So, as we metaphorically raise our morning pint, here's a toast to the surprising resilience of our ancestors. Chapter 3. Roles in a Medieval Village. Picture this. As dawn pierces the veil of night, the medieval village stirs to life. This is no mere collection of homes, but rather a living, breathing entity where each villager plays a vital part. Listen closely. That metallic chorus ringing through the air. It's the village blacksmith, crafting vital tools in a symphony of sparks and steel, a bulwark against the encroaching wilderness. Over there, meet Farmer Ed. His back bent like a bow over the fertile earth, he sows seeds that will sprout into sustenance for his kin and kith. No agro-business here, just raw determination and nature's bounty. Inhale deeply. That mouth-watering aroma floating on the breeze, that's our baker. Her hands dusted with flour as she molds the daily bread, the lifeblood of our medieval community. From the thatcher thatching roofs to the brewer brewing ale, every villager is a key player here, maintaining a delicate balance in this communal ecosystem. It's a dance of codependence and survival, a testament to the power of community. Chapter 4. Hard Work and Pottage, a Day in the Life. Cue the clanging of the blacksmith's hammer. Our sun, though a lazy afternoon haze, still holds dominion over the sky. It's work time in our medieval hamlet, a bustling tableau of toil and tenacity. Observe, dear viewer, our stout-hearted blacksmith, muscles rippling as he shapes a plowshare on his anvil, the fiery forge illuminating his sweat-slicked face. Across the lane, the weaver's loom clacks rhythmically, an ancient song sung in thread and color, weaving dreams into cloth. Nearby, an aromatic wisp of freshly baked bread floats teasingly from the baker's oven, a lure to the famished passers-by. Ah, the aroma. It signals the approach of the midday meal. This is no fast food, friends. Instead, a hearty pottage simmers over the communal hearth. A nourishing melange of lentils, leeks, cabbage, perhaps a chunk of salted pork if the season has been kind. Bread, the ubiquitous staple, is torn and shared amongst the villagers, sopping up the flavorful stew. The air is thick with anticipation. Hard work has built hearty appetites. The meal is humble, but it's more than just sustenance. It's a testament to cooperation, shared labor, and community, a savory symbol of the Middle Ages. The pottage pot is calling. Shall we answer? Stay tuned. History Voyagers. Chapter 5. Entertainment in the Middle Ages. As the sun dips low, casting long shadows across our medieval village, there's an unmistakable buzz in the air. The workday ends, tools are laid to rest, and it's time for the part of the day that even our ancestors looked forward to: entertainment. You might think, entertainment in the Middle Ages? Surely it was all work and no play. But you'd be surprised. Music filled the evening air, the rhythm of drums, the melody of flutes, the strum of lutes. If you had a musical bone in your body, this was the time to shine. For those who preferred stories, the village bard, with a twinkle in his eye and a flair for the dramatic, would spin tales of daring knights, mystical creatures, and legendary heroes, sparking the imaginations of both young and old. Games? Of course, they had games. Chess was a favorite, imported from the East, along with a variety of dice and board games. Yes, even in the Middle Ages, after a long, grueling day of work, people found time to relax, to laugh, to dream. It's a reminder that no matter the era, we humans know the value of a good unwind. So, what's your medieval entertainment pick? Let us know in the comments. Chapter 6. Lights Out. The end of a medieval day. As twilight falls, our medieval day ends. Evenings in the Middle Ages were full of warmth, not just from the hearth's fire, but from the vibrant spirit of community. Imagine the peaceful hum of the village at dusk, the day's labor done. In the soft glow of firelight, families gathered, turning the humble hearth into a grand stage. Remember, no Netflix or smartphones here. Instead, tales of chivalry, bravery, and legends were the evening's prime entertainment. Each story, a thrilling theater played out in the mind. Children's laughter echoed as they played games under the fading sunlight, while adults engaged in a match of chess or checkers. When darkness finally claimed the day, villagers retired to simple straw beds, the starlit sky, or a thatched roof their only ceiling. And so ended a day in the Middle Ages, simple, yet filled with the richness of human connection and community spirit. A lesson for us modern folks, perhaps. Chapter 7. Lessons from the Middle Ages. Well, fellow time travelers, what wisdom can we draw from our whirlwind adventure into the Middle Ages? Firstly, let's muse on their simplicity. No Netflix, no smartphones, no electricity. Yet they found joy in hearty stews, communal songs, and enchanting tales. In our hyper-connected era, perhaps we've mistaken connectivity for genuine community. Secondly, every chore in the Middle Ages carried profound significance. Each task, a vital cog in the survival wheel. Does our world of push-button convenience and automation make us overlook the sheer pleasure of creating with our hands? Lastly, let's talk resilience. Plagues, wars, feudal complexities, the medieval folks weathered them all. Perhaps we ought to recall this resilience when our Wi-Fi stutters or the coffee machine breaks down. It's something to ponder. When modern life seems overwhelming, just breathe. Remember our medieval day in the sun and appreciate the conveniences we often take for granted. Blink, and we've left the rough-hewn medieval world for our modern marvel. We've swapped tales under stars for stories on screens, hearty pottage for convenience cuisine. But, as we re-immerse in technology's rhythm, let's not forget the echoes of our past. The Middle Ages gifted us more than history. They offered lessons in community, resilience, simplicity. As we bid farewell to our 24-hour medieval tour, ponder this. What echoes of the past linger in your today? Until our next time travel adventure, remember? History isn't just past records, it's our compass for the journey ahead.